Hello dear students, I am Chetan Singadia from Dr. Subhash Technical Campus. You are watching the video lecture series for the subject of Database Management System. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss normalization in DBMS. So let us start with normalization in DBMS. Now, in this video, we will learn what is normalization, various normal forms like first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, bicorded normal form, fourth normal form and fifth normal form. So these are the various normal forms are available in DBMS. So let us start with normalization. Now let me explain what is normalization in DBMS. Now normalization is the process of organizing the data in the database. What is normalization? The normalization is a one kind of process for organizing of data. And where we are going to organize the data? We would like to organize the data for the database design. One important thing is about the normalization is generally the normalization is used to minimize the redundancy from the relation or a set of relations. Now there is an important term called it is used to minimize the redundancy. That means what is the meaning of redundancy? That we already know. The redundancy means the same information may be duplicated more than one time. So we can say duplication of data. So with the help of normalization, what we can do, normalization is generally helpful or to use to minimize the redundancy, means minimize the duplication from a relation or a set of relations. So when you want to minimize the duplication of data, or we can say minimize the redundancy of data from a relation or a set of relation, we will use the normalization concept. It is also used to eliminate the undesirable characteristics like insertion, updation and deletion anomalies. So this is once again an important parameter. It is used to eliminate the undesirable characteristics like insertion, updation and deletion also. Normalization divides the larger table into a smaller table and links them using relationship. Now this is something that we have to understand. While doing the normalization of any of the relation, what we are actually doing, we are going to divide the particular table into one or more table, and then we are going to link that particular table with using the relationship. So this is called one kind of normalization. The normal forms is used to reduce the redundancy from the database table. The various, we already said that there are various normal forms are there in normalization and that are supposed to be used to reduce the redundancy from the database table. So this is what in simple understanding of normalization, the definition of normalization, where we can use the normalization and what is actually importance of normalization and why we are studied these are normal forms for the database. Now let us start with each normalization form with an example. Basically the normal forms can be categorized into four types. That can be a first normal form, second normal form, third normal form and BCNF. There are more normal forms like fourth NF and fifth NF, but practically that are very complicated to implement. So right now we are going to see these four normal forms plus these two, that is 4NF and 5NF. That is NF means normalization or normal forms. Now let us see the definition of, or we can say description of each normal form in a brief. What we can call first normal form. That means what is first normal form? A relation is in first normal form if it contains an atomic value. Now we know what is atomic value. That particular column, that particular attribute should contain a single valued attributes. Then we can call it as a first normal form. What is second normal form? A relation will be in the second normal form if it is in first normal form. That means it should be in a first normal form, and all non-key attributes. That means what is non-key attributes? That means it is the the keys which are other than primary keys are fully functional dependent on primary key. So that we can call it as a second normal form. Then third normal form, a relation is in third normal form. It is supposed to be in a second NF and no transition or transitive dependency exists. That we can call it as a third normal form. And then what is fourth normal form? A relation should be in 4NF if it is in BCNF, if it is in a BCNF, and has no multi-valued dependency, Then what is 5NF? A relation is in 5NF if it is in 4NF and not contain any joint dependency, and joining should be lossless. That means data should not be lost while doing the join operation. So these are the simple normal forms: first NF, second NF, third NF, 4NF, and 5NF. Now let us start with each normal form in detail. Let us start with the first normal form, that is first NF. What is first NF or first normal form in DBMS? In normalization, a relation will be in first normal form or first NF if it contains an atomic value. If it contains an atomic value, that means it contains a single value, that attributes contains a single value, that we can call it as a first normal form. Also, it states that attribute of table cannot hold multiple values. Similarly, the other thing that we have to keep in our mind, that the first thing is what? It should contain atomic value. The vice versa is that the attribute of table cannot contain, then we can say that it should not contain a multiple values. It must hold only single valued attributes. So that is the meaning of atomic value actually. The particular attribute should contain single value attribute. The first normal forms disallows the multi-value attributes and composite attributes and their combinations. So this is important thing while understanding the first normal form. First normal form does not allow the multi-value attribute or a composite attribute or other combination of that. So this is what a simple understanding of first normal form. Let us see this with an example. Now, you see in this first normal form example, the relation employee is not in first NF because multi-value attribute is employee phone. Now, here you can see in this example, we have taken employee table. In that we have taken 4 columns: employee ID, employee name, employee phone, and employee state. These are the 4 columns. So according to the first normal form, the particular table should not or must not contain multi-valued attribute. But here you can see in this example, employee phone attributes contain multi-valued attributes. That means the particular employee contain multi-valued. That means employee has a 2 phone number, 2 mobile number, and that is actually not allowed. That means the multi-valued attribute is not allowed. So we can say that the relation employee is not in first normal because multi-value attribute is employee phone. So this is the violation of first normal form rule, and so we can say that this particular table is not in a first normal form. Now we have to understand how, if the particular relation or a particular table is not in a first normal form, then how we can convert that particular table into a first normal form. Let us see that. Now, in our previous example, we see that particular table, that means this table is not in first normal form. Now we have to convert that particular table in a first normal form. So we know we have to decompose our table. The decomposition of employee table into a first NF has been shown below. That means we have to provide each records once. That means every attributes, every tuple or every row should contain only one value, or we can say atomic value. So whenever we have some sort of multi-value attribute or composite attribute, that we have to convert it into a single value attribute or a atomic value. So that we have done. Here you can see in this example 14 John, we have given this number. And once again we have given this number relate with this John with this number also. So now you can see this particular, after converting this thing, each records in this table there is no multiple records, there is no multi-value records. That means whatever the records are there in this table, they are only single value record, or we can say atomic value. This property is satisfied. Next we have to check, is there any composite attributes are there. So here you can see there are no composite attributes are there. So now this table we can call it as a this relation we can call it as a first normal form after decomposition of employee table into a first normal form. So this is how the first normal form will be executed in the form of normalization. So this is very simple. Once again, let me clear what is the meaning of first normal form. The relation is supposed to be in a first normal form. That particular relation does not contain multi-valued attribute and or a composite attribute or any combination of it. So what is first normal form then? Then first normal form is supposed to be, it should contain only atomic value, or we can say single value attributes. Now you can see in this table, that particular table is contained every record or every attribute or every column is contained only single record or single value record, or there are no composite attribute also. So this is what an first normal form in normalization. Now let us understand then what is second normal form, that is 2NF. The particular relation is in 2NF when the relation must be in 1NF. So in order to define the second normal form, the particular relation must be in first normal form. That we have to identify first before doing the rest of the things for a second normal form. The particular relation that we have in the form of example, that we have to check whether that particular relation is in first normal form or not. So this is the first condition. Then second, all non-key attributes are fully functional dependent on primary key. All non-key attributes are fully functional dependent on primary key. Like if I am saying that x tends to y, so if you want to derive the value of y, then if I want to derive the value of y, then y is fully dependent on x. That means if you want to derive the y, we have to use the x. So we can say the non-key attributes, so y is a non-key attributes and it is a fully functionally dependent on primary key. So where x is our primary key in the example of x tends to y. Let me explain once again what is all non-key attributes are fully functional dependent on primary key. That means if I am saying that x tends to y, where x is our primary key and y is our non-key attributes, and if you want to derive the value of y, then y, that means all non-key attributes, it's fully functionally dependent on x, because if you want to derive the y, then we should have x, and that is supposed to be defined by a primary key. So this is what second normal form. Let me explain once again. The second normal form is that its relation must be in first NF, and all non-key attributes are fully functionally dependent on primary key. So this is what a definition of second normal form. Now let us see how it can be explained with an example also. Here let us see this example. Let us assume a school can store the data of teachers and the subjects they teach. In a school, teacher can teach more than one subject. Now here you can see in this particular table, we have taken this table in that there are 3 columns: teacher's ID, subject, and teacher's age. Now according to that particular records, what that table contains? The table contains school can store data of teachers and subjects. School can store the data of teachers and subjects that they are teach. Also, the teacher can teach more than one subject. The teacher can teach more than one subject. So this is what in our example. Now here you can see we would like to see whether that particular table is in first normal form or not. So to check the first normal form, we have to see whether any of the record is multi-valued records are there or not. Also we would like to see is there any composite attributes or not. But here you can see there are no composite attributes, or there are no composite columns. Records are only appears once. That means it is a single record, single value records. So this particular table we can call it as a first normal form. But the second condition is does not satisfy. How? Let's see. Let me explain that thing, that all non-key attributes is functionally dependent on primary key. Let me explain that particular thing in our next PPT. Now here you can see in this example, we have to understand our previous example. In the given table, non-prime attributes, that means non-prime attributes means non-key attributes, that is teacher's age is dependent on teacher ID, that means this teacher age is dependent on teacher ID, which is a proper set of candidate key. That's why it violates the rule of second NF. Let me explain once again. This teacher age is dependent on teacher ID, and our teacher ID is a non-prime attributes. Teacher ID is a non-prime attributes. So when it is non-prime attributes, then it violates the rule of second normal form. Also we can say it is a proper subset of candidate key, and that's why it is the violates the rule of second NF. Now we have to convert the given table into a second normal form. Then we have to decompose it into two tables. One is a teacher's detail, and another that we have to convert it into a teacher's subject. So what kind of records they contain in teacher's detail? In teacher's detail, we have to cover it that particular thing in a two column. In a first table, we have to keep it two column in teacher's detail, teacher's ID and teacher's age. Teacher's ID and teacher's age. Now, whatever the teacher's ID we have, associated teacher's age we have to write down here. So now you can see the things that in this table you can see that both the property of first normal form and second normal forms are certified. Why? Because there are no composite attribute in this table, there are no multi-valued attributes are there, only single value attributes exist. There are no functionally there are no non-prime attributes are dependent on primary key. So these are the things that we have to think. The next table is teacher subject, and that particular thing is that we have to define in this way. So in that particular table we are going to include teacher's ID and subjects. Now here also we would like to see, is that particular table is in first normal form? Yes, we can say that particular table is in first normal form. Why? Because there are only single valued attributes, there are no composite attribute, there are no multi-valued attributes are also, and there are no subset of there are no non-prime attributes or non attributes is dependent on primary key. So this is how that particular our table, that means this table is converted into this table 1 and this table 2. Now after decomposition of these two table, we can say that now our table is become a second normal form. Now let us understand what is third normal form in normalization. A relation will be in third normal form if it is in second normal form and it does not contain any transitive or partial dependency. Now what is that? The third normal form, let me explain once again before explaining the next line. The relation will be in a third normal form. It is supposed to be in a second normal form, and it should not contain, or it does not contain, the transitive dependency between them. The third NF is used to reduce the data duplication. That is the main use of third NF. It will reduce the data duplication. It is also used to achieve the data integrity. If there is no transitive dependency for a non-prime attributes, then relation must be in third normal form. This is important line. That means if there is no transitive dependency on a non-prime attributes, then we can say that the particular normal form is in third normal form. A relation is in third normal form, and if it holds at least one of the following condition for every non-trivial function dependency, that is x tends to y. That means when another important parameter that, where we can say that the particular relation is in third normal form, for that we have to understand this x tends to y. What is that x tends to y? If the particular relation is supposed to be defined in generalized, we can define x tends to y. Then x is supposed to be super key. X is supposed to be super key and y is our prime attributes. Then each element of y, that means each element of y is a part of some candidate key. Is a part of some candidate key. If such kind of functional dependencies are exist in our table, then we can say that that particular relation is in third normal form. So this is what a simple understanding of third normal form. This is what our example for a third normal form. We have taken employee table. In that we have taken 5 columns: employee ID, employee name, employee zip, employee state, and employee city. Now to look at this table, we are not in a situation where we can say that the particular table is in third normal form. Why? Because there are so many things in that. The first thing is that particular table is in second normal form, but to look at this table we cannot say that the particular table is in second and a third normal form, because the transitivity exists in this table. Let's see how it is to understand how transitivity is there. Now here in this table, the super key in the table are there. Super key in the table above: employee ID and employee name, employee ID, employee name, and employee zip, and so on. These are the super keys. Now, what is the meaning of super keys? This is a one. Let me explain once again. This employee ID. This is one key. Employee ID, employee name, the composite. This is a composite key, and once again it is called as a super key. Then employee ID, employee name, and employee zip. This is entire another super key, and so on. So with the help of super key, we can identify the unique record from the database. Now this employee ID is our a candidate key. Why? Because this super key contain a part of candidate key. Why? Because here you can see this is super key. This is our super key. This employee ID is available here and here also. So we can say it is our candidate key. Now, non-prime attributes in the given table, all attributes except employee ID are non-prime. Except ID are non-prime. Let me explain once again. In the above table or in a given table, all attributes except employee ID are non-prime. That means employee ID is a prime attribute. Other than employee ID, all the attributes are non-prime. Here the employee state and employee city is dependent on employee zip, and employee zip is dependent on employee ID. Let me explain once again what I am explaining to you. Employee state in employee city is dependent on employee zip. That means we can say this X is dependent on Y, and employee zip is dependent on employee ID. That means Y is dependent on Z. So we can say X is dependent on Z, and this is the transitive dependency. And if such kind of dependencies exist in a relation, then we cannot say that that particular relation is in third normal form. So let me explain another parameter of this third normal form. The non-prime attributes are employee state, employee city, that are transitively dependent on super key, employee ID. That I am going to that I already explained to you, and it is the violation of the rule of third normal form. That is why we need to move the employee city and employee state to new table. What we have to do? Then we have to do the employee city and employee state to move to the new table called employee zip table with employee zip as a primary key. So this is the new table that we are going to created, that is employee zip, and in that employee zip table, employee zip is our as a primary key. So this is what in our example table. Now we have to convert it new table, that is employee zip table. In that employee zip table, we are keeping employee zip as our primary key. Now see that employee zip table, based on our previous table, we have created that employee zip table. In that we have taken employee zip, employee state, and employee city. So this is our primary key, and this is how it is supposed to be converted, that table, into this relation. So after converting that table, we can say that that particular table now is in third normal form. Why? Because now you can see in this table there are it will satisfy all the properties of first normal form, second normal form, and third normal form. And so this is what third normal form. Now let us understand what is boy-coded normal form, or BCNF, in normalization. The BCNF is an advanced version of third NF, and it is strict than third NF. How? A table is in BCNF if every functional dependency X determines Y, then X is a super key of table. When we can say that the particular relation is in BCNF, when every functional dependency X determines Y, then X is a super key of that table. This left hand side attributes is a super key of that table, then we can call it as a BCNF. For BCNF, the table should be in third NF, and for every FD, left hand side is a super key. Now let us assume that there is a company where employee works more than one department. This is what our example. With the help of this example, we are going to we are going to define how examply we can solve this BCNF problem. Now to see this table, this employee table, in that we have taken 5 columns: employee ID, employee country, employee department, department type, and employee department number. Now in the above table, the functional dependencies are as follows. Like employee ID determines employee country, and employee department determines department type, employee department number. Where the employee ID, where employee ID and department ID are our candidate keys. The table is not in BCNF because neither employee department nor department ID alone are keys. That means this is combined keys. single, they are not candidate key. This is composite key, but this is not a single. That means if any single column, that means the employee ID is only there, then we can say it is in a BCNF, because but here is a composition that is not allowed. So to convert given table into a BCNF, we have to decompose the particular table into a 3 tables. How it will be look like? Let us see. So now that employee table it can be converted into a employee country table. So that employee country table contains 2 columns, employee ID and employee country, and after that it will look like in this manner. So there are no such kind of so now you can see in this table they will satisfy all the properties of first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, and BCNF, that is boys coded normal form. What is the meaning of boys coded normal form? That means if I am saying that x tends to y, and that particular functional dependency exists, and our x is a super key. Now here you can see employee ID determines employee country, then this employee ID is our super key. Now you can see this is our super key. This rule is satisfied, so we can say that that particular table is in BCNF. The another table we would like to see that we have created, that is employee department. Now after employee department, that particular table is supposed to be organized in this manner: employee department, department type, and employee department number. Now based on this employee department number, we can say that that particular table, this employee number can be called it as a super key of that table. With the help of this super key, we can say that that particular table is in BCNF. The another table that we have created, that is employee department mapping. Now this here this employee ID is our super key. So with the help of this employee ID employee department mapping table, we can say that that particular table is also in BCNF, and it will satisfy all the rules of first NF, second NF, third NF, and BCNF also. So this is how the BCNF can be understood with an example in normalization. Let us see the detailed understanding of BCNF of a previous example. The functional dependencies. What are the functional dependencies are there in our this example? The employee ID determines employee country, and employee department determines employee department type, and employee department number. The candidate keys of the first table is employee ID, the second table for the employee department, and the third table it is employee ID and employee department. Now this is in the BCNF, because left side of the both the functional dependency is a key, or we can say super key. These are the super key. So according to the rule of BCNF, left side of that means this X, these IDs are supposed to be a super key of that particular table. Then we can say it is BCNF. Now let us see what is fourth normal form or a 4NF. A relation will be in 4NF if it is in BCNF and has no multi-valued dependency. So the first condition is for the 4NF normal form is that particular relation is in a BCNF, and it should not contain multi-valued dependency. For a dependency A determines B, if for a single value of A, multi-value of B exists, then relation will be a multi-valued attributes. So this is simple understanding, a simple definition of fourth normal form. But if we can specify, if we can identify the particular relation has multi-valued attributes, no multi-valued attributes, then we can say that that particular relation is in fourth normal form also. Now to look at this table, in student table we have taken 3 columns: student ID, course, and hobby. Now in the to look at this table, this particular table is not in a 4NF. Why? Because it contains multiple values of B. Here you can see the 21 is related with dancing and 21 related to singing also. So this is not possible. This is multi-valued things, or a particular column contains multi-valued attributes. So this is not possible in 4NF. So how we can solve this problem? Now given student table is in 3NF, but a course and hobby are 2 independent entities. Hence there are no relationship between course and hobby. Hence in the students relation, a student with student ID 21 contains 2 courses. computer and math, and two hobbies, dancing and singing. So there is a multi-valued dependency on student ID, which leads to a unnecessary repetition of data. So this is a problem. This is a problem in a 4NF that we have to solve. So to make the above problem into a 4NF, we have to decompose that particular relation into a two table. Let us see how it can be converted. So that particular relation can be converted into a two table. One is a student course and another one is a student hobby. Now after converting this table, student ID with course and student ID with hobby, now we can say that there are no multiple hobbies or multiple valued or attribute with each other, because here you can see that 21 is related to computer and 21 is related to math. Okay, so there are no multi-valued combination of that, and after seeing this example, we can say that that particular relation is in 4NF. Now let us understand what is fifth normal form, that is 5NF. A relation is in 5NF if it is in 4th NF and does not contain any joint dependency or any join should be a lossless. 5NF is satisfied when all the tables are broken into as many tables as possible, as in order to avoid the redundancy. 5NF is also known as a project joint normal form, that is PJ/NF. Now look at this table. In this table we have taken three columns: subject, lecturer and semester. Subject, lecturer and semester. This kind of records are exist in the table. Now to see this table, John Max takes both computer and math class. John takes both the subjects computer and math. For semester 1, but he does not take math class for semester 2. In this case, the combination of all these fields required to identify valid data. Now suppose we add new semester as semester 3, but do not take about the subject, then who will taking that subject, so we leave lecture subject as null, but all three columns are together act as a primary key, so we cannot leave other two columns blank. So this is what the problem. This is what the problem in problem of fifth NF. So we cannot leave other two columns are in a blank. So to make the above table into 5NF, we have to decompose this table into three tables, that is P1, P2 and P3. I hope you got the problem. What is the problem? Here you can see the John take both computer and math class for semester 1, but does not take the math for class 2. In this case, the combination of all these fields are required to identify the valid data. Suppose we add new semester and that semester 3, but do not about the subject and who will be taking that subject, so that subject will be treated as a null, and there is a problem, and that is the problem of fifth normal form, and that we have to solve with the help of decomposition of table. So that particular table is decomposition of three tables, that is P1, P2 and P3. Let's see how it can be decomposed. So now that particular example can be decomposed in three ways: semester with subject, subject with lecture and semester with lecture. These are the three combinations. These are the three combinations in which we can decompose our table. Now after decomposition like this way, we can say that that particular relation is in fifth normal form. Now you can set any of example, or you can check first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, or a 4NF property. You can satisfy all the properties in this example. So after looking this table, we can say that that particular table is in a fifth normal form. So this is what in this video lecture. We have discussed about the normalization, why we use the normalization in DBMS. There are types of normalization that we studied in this video lecture, that is first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, Boyce Codd normal form, that is BCNF, 4NF and 5NF. So these are the things that we have studied in our this video lecture. Thank you all.